This episode of the Gold Blooded Podcast is brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag. Use promo code GOLDBLOOD, one word, to match up to 100% of your initial deposit.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. It's a madhouse at Candlestick.
Think we're done? We're just getting started.
Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone.
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change. And it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in a gun, the throw on his left hip. 3rd down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 40. Vernon Davis with the play of his life. It all comes to this 4th down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun, Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap, looking, pressure, throws middle, broken up, biting, Navarro Bowman, and the 49ers silence the house.
Oh shit! Controversy erupts around every corner here at the Gold Blooded Podcast at Steve's house. We're only 3 right now as Chris had to go somewhere, but he'll be back. We're going to do some picks of the week, I guess. Steve, why don't you take over?
Okay.
You can cut the awkward
I'm
in
trying
the
to
air.
get back to our last week's picks. Last week did not go well for anybody except for Chris. Last week I had the Niners plus 3.5. I lost. Joe had Niners plus 3.5 loss. Rob had the Packers plus 3.5. That was a loss. Chris had the Patriots minus 9.5. That was a win. And Curran had Atlanta plus 12 at New. Okay, so plus 12 at New Orleans.
New Orleans won by 14.
Wow, that was a loss. This week, try to get back on track here. My pick this week is Baltimore plus 1 at Atlanta.
He definitely said piss.
I took the same.
He definitely said piss.
So me and Rob got the same pick. Joe, what's your pick?
I am going with the Dallas Cowboys plus 7.5 versus the Saints.
At home against the Saints.
Correct.
Curran took the opposite of that. Curran took the Saints minus 7.5 at Dallas.
All right.
And Chris took the Panthers minus 3.5 at Tampa.
All right. What are we doing now?
Mystery quote.
Okay, mystery quote.
All right. So this first one I got
Bruce
is... Go fuck yourself.
Because it happened by accident that one time, I had to do it before you started this time.
I almost got an Arians quote, so that would have been funny. But I didn't. This is a current quarterback in the NFL.
Rodney Dangerfield.
I put myself in this position, and I didn't play good enough. Didn't win football games. Couldn't find a way to get it done. And when that happens, it's a business, and everybody understands that. I don't think that there's anything personal involved. As a quarterback, I think you have one job, and that's to win a football game.
Bortles.
And if you don't... Joe got it. Bortles.
I just knew
Did they
that
bench him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, got benched. And that reminded me, my season-long bowl prediction was Jacksonville missing the playoffs.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lock. Would you agree with me that that was actually a bold prediction before the season?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I brought it up
Because the way they went last year.
Yeah, I brought it up to somebody like not involved in this podcast, and I said that I predicted them. And he was like, "That's not that bold."
It's not as bold as me saying the Rams wouldn't, but...
Yeah,
That's
fair.
also not close to true.
Everybody under the fucking sun had the Jaguars winning that division.
Yeah, or even a wild card.
Because nobody knew what Andrew Luck was going to look like. I mean, the Texans were kind of trendy because of Deshaun Watson, and then who else is in there? The Titans? AFC South? Was that a real one or a fake? Fabricated?
Fabricated.
Okay.
It's always alleged here at the Gold Blooded Podcast. No, I only did that because it was the bye week special. I'm not doing that in your house.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This is a current running back in the NFL.
Frank Gore.
I went from starter to not getting the ball at all, down to third string. Yes, it is frustrating, but I have to be patient for my time to come back around. When it comes, I'll be ready.
The guy behind Frank Gore. Drake.
Nope.
I don't even think they have 3 running backs. From first string to... This is it going to be a name we know?
Yep.
Le'Veon Bell.
Nope.
It can't be Peterson.
Nope.
Who else is a star? It's obviously not Elliott. It's obviously not the Giants. It's obviously not Ajayi.
No.
I'm going team by team as to who their starter was, because there's some you can eliminate right away.
Yeah, he's still playing. He didn't get injured or anything. It's just the path that has taken him throughout the season.
Breda?
Nope. No.
Morris.
Nope.
Ooh, that was
Good guess. No.
Morris was a good one.
Todd Gurley?
AFC South.
AFC South.
LaDainian Tomlinson. Terrell Davis.
Is there...
Marshawn Lynch.
what are the chances that both Joe and I know this person's name?
You definitely both know this person's name.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not a question in my mind.
Okay. AFC South. That's what, Miami? We already guessed that.
No, that's AFC East.
Oh, right.
So it's Texans, Colts. Who are the other teams there?
Tennessee.
Tennessee and
Jacksonville.
I have no idea, so I give up.
Yeah. I can't even think of the starters on those teams.
Fournette,
Nope. You got the team right.
the Jags,
Yep.
Tom
Who's
Coughlin.
their starter?
I don't know who he's talking about.
He got traded to Jacksonville this year.
Oh, Carlos Hyde.
Yep.
How about that?
Daddy got it. Good one, Steve. You're really a great guy.
He's third string right now, huh?
He was, well, he's actually probably going to get a lot of work this week because Fournette got suspended for a game because of the
right.
fight.
Right.
So he's going to get a lot of work this week.
Work it out of your nose.
And this is a former quarterback in the NFL. Talking about a current quarterback in the NFL. With quarterbacks, we're not used to getting hit all the time. When we do it, it can either get you into a game or it can shake you up a little bit. It's not like a guy sitting in the pocket. You run the risk of getting injured. I'm not saying that should deter him from running or scare him. I'm just saying proceed with caution.
Steve Young.
Nope.
Theismann.
Nope.
Terry Bradshaw.
Nope.
Aikman.
Nope.
Ooh, good
He is
guess.
not a Hall of Famer.
Good
Romo.
Nope.
guess. Another good guess. Good follow-up. That was perfect. Because both of them are on the air all the time. That
Yeah.
was great.
Sims.
Nope.
Not a Hall of Famer. Like, because he hasn't been eligible yet, or there's no way he's going to be a Hall of Famer?
There's no way he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but he was a big deal.
Probably black.
Tebow?
Michael Vick.
Got it.
Ooh, good one.
I knew it now. You say talking about talking about the Ravens, Lamar Jackson.
Yep. Talking about Lamar.
Yeah, they don't put dog killers in the Hall of Fame, huh?
No, they
don't.
Especially black ones.
Do they have a dog killing Hall of Fame?
If they do, he'd be
He
first
might be
ballot.
I don't know.
Might be there.
Again, I feel like if he was
No.
if he was white, he'd be in the Hall of Fame.
I feel like the fact that he got caught and like made a big deal out of it puts him maybe not in that Hall of Fame,
Maybe.
because a Hall of Fame dog killer keeps it on the DL.
Maybe. So that is Mystery Quote. Now we are moving on to looking at...
Are we? We're doing Defensive Beast of the Week? Well, let me see if I can handle this.
I got it right here. Look ahead to Seattle on the road.
But if it's not up there, then I don't agree with it.
Okay.
Then that's not what we're really doing.
It's okay.
Is there a mouse pad?
Nope, he's got no mouse.
Here.
Only touchpad.
It's got a clapper. No.
Where's the bat? Where's the bat at?
I have no idea.
He's got it with
I'm
him.
gonna break this thing. This is gonna be great.
He's got it with him.
What we're trying to do right now is do Chris's job for him since he is not here at the moment.
He's breaking up drugs on the mouse pad.
Yeah, he's doing something shady.
We're trying to keep this ship afloat, and
We're sinking fast.
maybe this
I
was...
got action. Look. Oh, I had it. There it is.
Work it, Bobo.
Why am I?
Do you think that this was planned for Chris to remind us how important he is to the show?
I touch myself. I want you to know
What's going on? Oh.
you're in my mind. Those aren't the words.
All right, Joe. So what do you got going on this weekend?
Oh, Steve, nothing.
Nothing?
Hiding from the world as I always do.
You happy for the holidays coming up?
No, I hate the holidays. They're the worst thing ever. I'm actually going to go get fitted for golf clubs this weekend, so I'm excited about that.
All right. We got everything up.
Okay, I can go now.
So we are facing the Seattle Seahawks,
Oh, fuck me.
a team that we haven't beaten.
We own them. We've been owning them lately.
Yeah, this should be no different.
2013. Me and Chris were there the last time that we beat the Seahawks. Period. And we have not won in Seattle since Harbaugh's first season, 2011, with Alex Smith. And that year, Seattle didn't even have Russell Wilson yet. So we have never beaten Russell Wilson in Seattle.
Who was the quarterback that year?
Travaris, something like that. Who was that fucking guy?
Tavarius Jackson?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That I don't know if he was the starter then, but that's his name.
So anyway,
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins going to be the fucking guy
Nick-
that finally wins in Seattle?
Nick fucking Mullins. You heard it here first.
It's got a nice ring to it.
You know, I feel so far
Dirty
removed
money.
from those
It's gonna
Harbaugh
get real
years.
dirty up there. He's gonna be throwing them fucking small face $5 bills around.
That feels like ancient history at this point. All those years with Harbaugh and Kaepernick, and all right, we're going up to Seattle. Can we get it fucking done this time?
Nick Mullins leads us to victory, and Richard Sherman takes a piss directly in Pete Carroll's mouth.
Or right on the 50-yard line where he ate the turkey.
Directly,
On our field?
Nope, directly in Pete Carroll's mouth.
You know, before
I fucking hate Pete Carroll so much.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like, I honestly don't know if there's a head coach that I could think of that I hate. I hate Pete Carroll.
I hate Sean Payton.
I don't hate Sean Payton.
I don't hate Sean
I hate his
Payton either.
face.
I don't.
If
I
we had
think
to
I hate
play
his
him,
face.
if he was in our division, I'd probably hate him. Yeah, that little pucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his fucking asshole
Yeah, I definitely
mouth.
wouldn't like him. Like, I wouldn't hang out with him or enjoy. Like, there's some head coaches that I know I would enjoy hanging out with, like Rex Ryan. Mm-hmm. I'd like to hang out with Rex Ryan.
Absolutely.
I would
I'd
not like
love
to hang
play
out
golf
with
Bruce
Bill
Arians.
Bill Belichick. Don't want to hang out with him.
I'll hang out
but
with
I don't
Bruce
hate
Arians.
him. Bruce Arians, I'd hang out with. Even I'll tell you who I would hang out with. This is going to surprise you. Jeff Fisher.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, terrible football coach, but I'll bet he's a fucking party. I'll bet he's a party.
So,
But I definitely do not want to hang out with Pete Carroll unless I'm holding a baseball bat and he's laying on the ground and I'm smashing his skull in. I hate him. He's just a scumbag. He's a fucking traitor. He fucking total piece of shit.
Cheater?
100% would do whatever cheating needed. And not like gamesmanship cheating. Like, he would straight up cheat.
yeah.
Like, he would fucking
He would pay a ref.
100% straight up cheat to win and celebrate like he did it.
Joe, I feel like that's something that you were probably very in tune with.
What?
The 2005 Rose Bowl team with
Nope.
Reggie Bush.
Nope.
and-
Not at all.
No?
No.
I feel like that's something that you would have definitely been in tune with.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems like something that you would have followed.
I agree with that.
No. Didn't know. I don't
It
know.
seems something that like you would definitely have a lot of knowledge about.
Yeah, some random one thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know much about that.
like the big
Yeah.
matchup that year between UFC
I remember
and
in Stanford
Texas
or wasn't
with
it Stanford?
no Vince Young.
Oh yeah, I don't know. See, you know more about it than I do.
Pete Carroll.
Everything all right?
Chris is back.
Chris is back. Woo! Woo!
So when this game was announced on the schedule, we looked at it as, because we weren't sure if we were going to get Richard Sherman back for the beginning of the season, and we saw this game on the schedule, we're like, he's definitely going to be back by then. We're going to be vying for a division title, hopefully a wild card. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be doing his thing. And now we're at this point in the season where nothing fucking matters anymore. Richard Sherman has played well this season, but nothing fucking matters anymore.
Richard Sherman, pick 6 to the house, spikes it in Pete Carroll's face.
If we get one turnover this year, that is actually, well, we've gotten more than one turnover this year. It feels like we haven't gotten any at all. But if there's a game where I want fucking turnovers, it's this one.
Sherman's got to get his first.
Yes.
Gotta.
He doesn't have a
Nobody
single
knows
game.
And then
Russell Wilson
we play them
better.
again, what, in 2 more weeks?
Yeah, I believe so. That's weird. We play
Yeah,
him
the fucking
so
NFL.
like we played Arizona twice before we played Seattle once.
Fucking stupid NFL.
Anyway, predictions.
I could definitely do a better job creating an NFL schedule.
Oh,
I'm 100%
agreed.
positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the thing that I excel at the most is logistics. I'm telling you, I could create a better schedule than these fucking mooks.
And be equally fair to
Oh,
everyone.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think you could ever be 100% equally
can't be
fair.
perfect.
Because the way that the schedule is made, like you don't play the same teams as other teams, so it's,
Right.
you can't be fair.
And there's more
But
distance.
I
in
promise
between,
you
yeah.
that I can make a better one than they make. I'm
I would
fully
agree.
confident.
I agree with
It would
that.
take me some time,
Oh, it'd
obviously.
take you a long
but I'm
fucking
telling you,
time.
I could do better than them.
There's also things that we don't think about as far as the venue that they're playing.
Oh, yeah. Other
there's a lot of
sports
city-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the New York thing. All that stuff. Give me all of it. Give me all the details and all the variables and all the stuff I can't do, and I promise you I'll make a better one.
All right.
Promise you.
So, predictions.
49ers, 31. Seacockers, 22. What are you laughing at?
We come here every week, right? Right? And there's a few things we know for sure. And one of them is Joe's going to pick a win. I'm going to pick a win. Steve might pick a loss. These are things we know. We don't know Steve's going to pick a loss, but it's a possibility, right? Then we're going to talk, at some point, we're going to talk about how the team's doing. And if the team lost, Steve's going to talk about what he feels is the reasons we lost. Mm-hmm. Might have a positive spin, might have a negative spin, depending on how the game went. I'm going to talk about how the game went. I'm probably going to find a positive spin somewhere, but unless it's an embarrassing game, then I'm going to have a negative spin. If we lost the game, Joe's going to have the most negative spin, right?
And if we won the game,
Joe's going to tell us how we've made the wrong decision in hiring John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, and then Joe's going to predict a win.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. I love that. That's a fan. I get it. I understand it, but it just makes me laugh.
with that said,
31-22.
your prediction?
I'm going to take...
No, you're going to do the same fucking thing.
It's amazing.
You're not-
Yeah, but that's my point. I'm not here every week telling you that Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are wrong for the team and were bad decisions and then picking a win. That's what makes it funny. You spent the entire show telling us that these guys can't get it done, and then you picked a win. That's why it's great.
So,
That's what makes it great to me.
So, you know,
And I understand it. I do. Trust me.
No, so at least when we go back and when they're getting it done 3 years from now, you guys could say, you were motherfucking them. And I'll say, but I always really believed.
I'm going to go 24-21. Niners. I think Chris should go next.
Wasn't that the little guy's score? Curran's?
Was it? I didn't even write that down. I forgot to write it down.
He was.
24-14. I did write it down. Current's 24-14. Win.
I'll do 21-16 Niners.
The moment you've all been waiting for, especially you, Joe.
I know.
Steve?
I know what he's doing.
Our remaining schedule goes as follows.
When he's got to preface it with
gonna
this,
make us wait
yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah. I know what he's doing. He's picking an L.
We got Seahawks, Broncos, Seahawks, Bears, Rams.
Oof. Where's the Broncos game?
That is home. We are
Oof.
a virtual lock for the number 1 pick in the NFL draft next year.
We're probably going to win the Rams game.
I'm not even sure about that.
I bet you.
And I'm
And
sure
I
you're
bet
saying
you-
that because of their second stringers.
Oh, probably third stringers by then, because they've shown that they don't even, like...
They
go fucking all out, shut it down.
If they go tit for tat with the Saints trying to get home field advantage.
Yeah, that's the only dependent. But they've also shown that they might just shut it down even still. First of all, home field advantage for the Rams is nothing. There's no such thing as home field advantage for the
There
Rams.
might be now.
Just the travel. That's the only thing.
There might be now.
I
Stadium for that Kansas City game was rocking.
If they have to play the Saints, that is not going to be a home field advantage.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you mean if they
If-
play
no matter where
at
it
home?
is.
Oh, yeah, but
But you're right.
Going to New Orleans?
That's the difference.
Oh, my God.
That's the difference. You're right. That's fair. If they were going to play like the 49ers, it may not be as big of a deal.
No.
But to play in New Orleans, that's
Fuck
fair. That's
that.
fair. I didn't think of that. I was just thinking that a home game in LA against the Saints isn't going to be a home game. It's
I
going to
don't-
be all Saints
I
fans.
think they
but
go-
it's better than playing them in New Orleans. That's
I
fair.
think they go in on us this year because of last year. I think they smoke
Maybe.
us. But I'm going to pick a win.
But I'm
still.
saying it's a virtual lock because it'll end up making us not the number 1 pick. I guarantee it.
Oh, I
I
got
guarantee it's going to be a win that gives us knocks us down.
yeah.
That's what we do.
it is what we do.
That's what we do.
Well, last year when we faced the Rams in the final week of the year, this team was on a 4-game tear. Ended up being a 5-game tear with Jimmy Garoppolo. We might go into this on a fucking 9-game skid with Nick Mullins.
Scenario. We're going into the Rams game, right? Mm-hmm. The Rams are playing bottom of the barrel. Guys that they don't even want on their team, okay? We're in the position to get the number 1 pick, but if we win, we lose the number 1 pick, okay? You listening, Joe?
Yep.
We're blowing the Rams out. It's a big lead. And then we all of a sudden start to not play well, and we give up the game. And it's clear to us that Shanahan threw the game.
Yeah.
Are you back on board with us?
I don't know, because then it makes me think, what's he done all year? Has he just been fucking jerking me off all year? I don't know.
Because Chip Kelly fucked us on the way out the door.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Myles Garrett, we wouldn't be having too many pass rush
All
problems right now.
Let's get going.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
It's a loss. 30-21.
It actually doesn't matter, the score, because you're the only one that's ever going to pick a loss.
Yeah.
So if they lose, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Backhand you right now. No faith.
No
All right.
faith. They are not the guys to get the job done.
Just telling you.
It's concerning, especially considering the rookie class last year that looked so promising. Just taking it from top to bottom. Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster, our second round. We didn't have a second round pick. That was basically Foster. Third round, that was Akello. He looked promising down the stretch last year. Fourth rounder, that was Trent Taylor. He looked fantastic at times last year. Fifth rounder, George Kittle. We didn't think he'd be a top 3 tight end, but we were excited about him. Sixth round pick, I'm not sure on, but I know seventh round pick was Adrian Colbert. He was fucking lighting shit up back at free safety. That entire draft class looked like a home run last year. And what a difference one calendar year makes, where you're cutting Reuben Foster. Solomon Thomas still isn't developing. Trent Taylor has gone missing. Akello Witherspoon has been one of the worst cornerbacks in the league for at least half the season. And Adrian Colbert only played 2 games before getting put on IR.
I mean, it all comes down to next year for these two guys.
Next year is where the rubber's got to meet the road. And Jimmy Garoppolo will be back. You won't have that excuse anymore. You gotta shit. I mean, if we get the number 1 pick and we don't trade it away, that dude, whoever we take, needs to be a fucking badass and a difference maker.
I don't think we traded away because I don't think there's a quarterback that anyone's dying for.
Yeah, maybe.
And usually if you trade it away, that's what you trade it away for. Because if it's a defensive player and we trade it away, that's not really bright, especially if it's a pass rusher.
Well, it depends on what they're giving us. I mean, we'll give you our first round pick for the next 3 years. Certainly got to think about that.
Yeah, it depends on who the pass rusher is, I guess.
It depends on who the pass rusher is, but I mean, we love DeForest Buckner, but he ain't taking over games like Aaron Donald. I mean, DeForest Buckner's great, but he's not that fucking badass difference maker.
He's not Khalil Mack.
He's not Khalil. Like,
He's not Alden Smith.
God, we need a guy like that so bad.
But he could also be a Justin Smith type of guy. You know what I mean? He just needs a full defensive line to work with.
You know who was a real
competent talent?
You know who was a real badass motherfucker that I don't really think we fully appreciated to the full extent of when he was with us was Ahmad Brooks. He was a badass.
Yeah, we did. Well, I mean, he was.
We liked Brooks.
There was a lot of bad that came with that good, though.
There was an off the field thing, but his play on the
but he always was good for a 15-yard unsportsmanlike.
Jumping off
I mean?
Yeah, jumping off sides and all that. But he was like a true enforcer. Like, you did not fuck with Ahmad Brooks. I cannot say that about a single player on this defensive unit besides maybe Richard Sherman as being a true fucking alpha badass.
I hear you.
Earl Thomas next year.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well,
I think we're going to spend this year. I think
Earl Thomas is a Niner next year.
I think that, I mean, John and Kyle are definitely feeling the heat, especially regardless of what you want to say about the injuries that happened this year. We are expected to compete next year without a doubt. And we're sitting on cap space.
Well, I don't know what anyone expects, but I know that their job is in jeopardy if we have another season like this.
Oh, 100%. I definitely
they're not going to make
think
it out of 3 like that.
We're not maybe middling around in free agency this year. I see us getting some difference makers this year in free agency, and I think it's
hopefully a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, one can only hope. I said I was done. I think I'm done. I'm pretty sure I'm done with Salah.
All right, let's keys to victory. Let's go. I want to go home.
What's the timer at? Are we even running that long? Keys to victory. Keys to victory would. This defense needs to play the best that they've played all year long, and our safety not getting beat by Tyler Lockett.
All right.
Containing Russell Wilson. I mean, we couldn't contain Jameis. How the hell are you going to contain Russell Wilson in the pocket?
Yeah, Bob, you got a key to victory? Because I got a great one.
Richard Sherman's first turnover is my key to victory.
You mean first 2? It might take 2 in this game.
My key to victory is that the team gets together the night before the game and smokes PCP, and they all have a vision, a collective vision together of them conquering the beast that is Seattle, led by Nick Mullins and Richard Sherman collectively. They lead the men high on PCP, and everybody makes it back alive.
You think PCP is the way to go?
I don't know.
I feel like maybe like a DMT might be better.
PCP, it's in and out.
Ayahuasca.
But I know as much fun as that would be. What's really fun is watching some football. Football's fun. But it's more entertaining when you have some scratch on, a little action on the game, you know?
Joe, is watching football fun in your house?
Oh, great times. Listen, you guys have heard me talking about this for weeks, seasons even. And some of you are still on the sidelines. Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you should be betting at MyBookie. If you're the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot, like playing numbers on roulette, you can create a big parlay. Pick 3 teams to win, and if you hit all 3, you can turn 100 into 600. There's so much to bet on. College, b-ball, football, NBA, NHL custom props, even esports. You name it. MyBookie is the only one. There's the one bet I know you'll be happy with all year. I recommend these guys because I really trust them. Real life trust. I'd let them watch my cats. MyBookie has been in business for years. They've got great online reviews. And their mobile site, oh my God, it's so easy to use. Sign up this week, and MyBookie will give you a 50% deposit bonus to jumpstart your bankroll. It's a great way to bank even more money when you win. Also, make sure you follow at BetMyBookie on Twitter. You gotta scroll.
I watched that train headed for the end of the tracks, and I went, please. And I kept looking, waiting.
I saw
and
you
waiting,
moving
and I'm
about.
like, here it comes.
They personally respond to every mention in DM, not to mention that they've given away more than $10,000 in free money to their followers this football season alone. You'll be the first to know as soon as new odds and props are posted. Don't miss out on one of the best weeks to bet on sports this year. Log on to MyBookie right now and use promo code
Gold blood.
to get 50% deposit bonus. That's promo code
Gold blood.
You play.
You win.
You get paid. I totally could have prevented that whole thing. There's not a chance I was going to.
You gotta scroll. You gotta scroll.
I totally could have got his attention, and instead I went like this.
Yeah, I saw you looking at him, and I'm like, yeah. All right, yep.
What are we on to next?
Slang it.
Swing, and then so you get the reviews ready there, Papa Chuli.
That's what I'm getting. I'm making sure we don't have any more.
Slang it. Are you going to sing us a Papa Chuli song?
No. Wait, for what?
Last week,
Last
you said
week.
come like a Papa Chuli song. It would have been great.
But
But Chris wasn't recording it.
Yeah, I was like, we weren't recording.
Last
right?
week you were on PCP, I think.
Oh my god.
You were on something last week.
No shit.
Maybe the stuff he was sniffing in front of you.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that.
Well,
Allegedly.
that. But just that?
Who knows? Who knows what that was? That could have been anything, Steve.
It was good.
Fair.
It was good.
Okay, so this week's
Allegedly.
Shoe Slinger nominees are as follows.
You know, I got in this rut where I was always picking players on the team.
Yeah.
And I realized I can go to
Retired players.
executives,
Anybody.
GMs, and I pulled up the GM of Seattle, and I was like, oh my god, this is a home run. And then I realized he died like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, it's probably not good.
The GM?
I mean, the owner.
the owner.
Yeah, when I pulled him up, I was like, oh, this is a good one. And then I was like, that's probably in poor taste. He just died. And they don't even have like another owner named yet. I was like, oh, let's back off on that.
So this week's Shoe Slinger nominees are John Schneider, Michael Dixon, and Ethan Pochik.
I believe Snyder is the GM, maybe?
Schneider's the GM.
They all sound like a bunch of twats.
So checking out. Wow. Okay, so I know Schneider. I'm pretty familiar with him. Michael Dixon. Oh my goodness. That's got to be the puncher. They're the kicker. There's no way he's anything other than that.
No, I forget what he is.
He doesn't play anything besides kicker or punter.
It's just too tall.
Look at that. What does he do?
Oh, he 100% special team. Look at number 4. He's not the quarterback.
What does he
There's
do?
no fucking way. Punter. Yeah. All right.
Look at that.
This is good, but I think I got to go Ethan on this one. Ethan Pochik. That's fantastic. I don't know what that is next to him, but that's fantastic.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm going Dixon.
Oh, Chris got a choice.
I jumped ahead of him to make him make the choice. Usually I save that for myself. That one, just that one. That's all I need is that one.
We might have more of the other guy. Oh no. Yeah, I gotta go Poaching.
All right, Ethan Pochik it is. I don't even know what position he plays. Joe, you ready?
He looks like he's taking an actual shit in that photograph. Like his face looks like he's shitting as he's in a room with other humans. I couldn't imagine how. All right, Ethan, he just relax, and he actually did. And
He looks like the white version of that black guy that was in the news for having a big neck.
yeah. On his knees, thanking Mr. Pete Carroll for
Where's that other one? There was another one that
Giving
him
was a fucking home
go
run.
down.
That one's pretty good, but that's not it.
Actually, take
He's a center, I assume.
long snapper, possibly.
There was a better one.
He went to LSU. You got anything on
pretty
that,
good.
Joe?
Well, he's a down south boy, so he probably's eating bat and rat and such. Yeah. Every picture, he looks like he's actually taking a dump. Like
Sean Payton face.
he's got concentration. He's got like lips curled, really trying to squeeze out a fucking real thick, chunky log. You know what I mean? Good for him. He is.
No, go to Dixon.
Hey, all right.
What is this? What is he
Look
doing?
at this fucking guy.
What is he?
All right, we're on to Michael Dixon now.
He's a definite drug addict, but what?
Punter.
Punter?
He's a punter.
Look at those raccoon eyes. Oh, yeah. Oxycontin.
Is that football levitating? What's going on there?
That one right there.
I want to see him shirtless.
Yeah.
It's like Eli
Look at that
Manning.
face.
He looks like Eli.
Yeah.
is an
He looks like a
absolute-
strung out version of Eli Manning.
He's absolutely strung out, no question.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. This changes everything.
Tell the people what's going on here, Joe.
Well,
All right.
we've got a picture.
He's on my team now.
Yeah, I'm all about him now. We just became fuck Bradley Pinion. Bradley Pinion looks like he's raping kids. This guy's banging hot black chicks with huge titties and great taste in floral bathing attire.
He looks bulked up in that picture too. You wouldn't think he was
Yeah.
that bulked up based on his face.
I'm going to need you to Google Michael Dixon girlfriend.
Yeah.
I need to see more of this. Is this his thing?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good for you, Michael Dixon. You fucking slayer. You pussy slayer. Well, that
Can we get one more word in that Google search? Bikini? Might as well swing for the fences, Chris. All right.
yeah. See if you can find that on the backside. Well,
Go to all. You'll get the name if you go to all. Oh, boy.
Is it deer?
What is this NFL player goes viral?
Outrim.
What's going over here?
It's definitely him in that picture.
I want to see her pussy.
What was that? And this one here.
Find her pussy.
What's going on here? Is going viral today.
Find me a picture of her pussy.
MTO News.
This shit.
Oh, the most.
Why is this even a thing?
She's all right.
Oh, she's hot.
Rookie
why is
punter
this an
Michael.
article? Like, why is this an article?
Rookie punter Michael Dickerson is going viral today, not for his play in the football field, but for his choice in women. Michael is the latest high-profile white man to choose a black woman. Choose like he fucking like he went to the slave auction. It was like, take the third from the left. Get the fuck out of here with that wording. Are you fucking kidding me? Michael grew up in Sydney, Australia, and was the first NFL kicker to use the rugby-style drop kick last weekend. With just 14 seconds to go in the game and the Seahawks needing a touchdown to tie, the Australian attempted a short drop kick, hoping his team would recover. The play flop made people interested in the Australian kicker. And with the interest came research quickly, and it turned out Michael's girlfriend was black. And her name
What a
and his
racist
name
article.
started trending. Yeah, this is fucking insane. I don't believe this is America.
Did you see what this website is?
What? Hitler.com?
No,
Hitler
go up.
Youth?
Chris, go up. MTO News, the most visited African American news network.
Fuck. Well, how did we stumble onto this?
There's
Planet.
no way this is run by.
Yeah, let's get out of this before we get sued for being racist.
Holy shit.
Jesus. Man, good on him, I guess.
Good for him.
Yeah. If she has any sisters, holler.
He really does have an Eli Manning look, even in that picture.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Good on everybody involved there.
So, fantastic news. We have 2 new reviews.
We'll do all the other particulars first. You do them.
Okay. If you would like to email us, you can get at us at goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. If you would like to leave us a review, which we always appreciate and helps push us up the charts, leave a review in your
We're
podcast
scorching
app.
them.
Find us on there. 5 stars, please. You could donate to us. Patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. Curran is, as always, on the Instagram account. That's Goldblooded Podcast, one word. And there is a Twitter that exists out there. If you would like to follow it, it's at Goldblooded Pod. That's everything, right?
Chris is pulling up a video right now that I don't know if you two are aware of.
Yeah.
I feel like Steve might be.
I'm not aware of anything.
We'll see. You might be. It was a news story.
Okay.
You
So
got it?
am I
Did you find it?
am I waiting for the video or
yeah,
am
yeah.
I reading?
Oh,
these
I'm sorry. I didn't know
reviews?
you were. I thought I was talking to him. Go ahead and read the. He's going to read the reviews while you look.
Okay.
So, 2 new reviews, both 5 stars. The first one from the old Shaft, titled Dweebs. It's 5 stars, and it just says, a very neat podcast.
Yeah. Thanks, guy.
Well, that's good enough. We'll take that.
That's right, we will.
Next review from
One of the best reviews ever written.
Gold
Right,
Blooded,
this is genius.
titled Insightful and Entertaining, 5 stars. The review goes on to say, imagine sitting at a nice Thanksgiving dinner with your family. The Niners are playing, and your dad and your uncle are having an educated but heartfelt discussion on the recent game and current state of the franchise. While your other uncle, they don't allow to talk, sits in the corner like a creep. Boom! Your fourth uncle explodes through the room, or through the front door late, hammer drunk, a trail white powder behind him, and he joins the conversation with interjections and random outbursts, but subjectively has his own good, however insane, opinions. This podcast...
I'd just like to say I've never been late.
No.
Well, really.
No, they're just talking about your entrance.
Yeah.
I don't think it's punctuality based.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a figure of speech thing.
I gotcha.
Goes on to say, this podcast from a committed group of East Coasters who are much more football educated than the majority of the Niners fan base is firing on all cylinders regardless of how the weekly games go.
That's scary.
That is scary. And there is no hand-holding like some other football podcasts has. So if you want the definitive Niners podcast, look no further. Well, he does go on. Well, he doesn't go on anymore. But I appreciate that he recognized the fact that it's not easy coming here every week to talk about this bullshit. But we do it every week. And it's the same every week. Well, maybe not the same every week, but...
It was hard today.
So I'm assuming in this example, you and I are Uncle 1 and 2 or 2 and 1.
Yep.
Chris is creepy Uncle 3 in the corner.
That's not allowed to talk.
Joe's Uncle 4.
Yes. All right, so we got the video up.
This is just a reference.
Okay,
Oh, you
Marquise
should have just went to
Goodwin.
the...
It's right here.
Nah, you blew it. You blew it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why?
you
I
blew
didn't
it.
know if we wanted to...
You got to go straight to this. This was the point. Do you know what this is?
No.
This
NASA
is NASA.
landed a rover on Mars this week. This is how they celebrated.
They did the Marquise Goodwin?
Yeah, well, my point was to see if you knew what it was.
No, I would have
I
not
didn't know
known.
if you wanted them to guess.
No, yeah.
I would not have
I
known.
ruined it.
That's weird.
But
though.
NASA celebrated with Marquise Goodwin's touchdown
That's
celebration.
very weird.
That is
Right?
very strange. Is
Very
NASA located in
No.
I don't know.
San
Maybe-
Jose?
I'm guessing that guy is a
Houston.
Niner fan. Or her. I'm guessing one of them is a Niner fan.
Well, is this
'Cause
even a Marquise Goodwin thing, or is it an internet thing? Because there's a lot of guys that do internet things as their touchdown celebration.
I don't know. The stories I read said did the Marquise Goodwin touchdown celebration.
Okay.
And then now Chris can play the...
NASA is located in Houston.
I should have been more clear.
Houston, we have a problem. Mm-hmm.
But this
Yep.
is
That's where that's from.
Okay.
this is Goodwin doing it.
Not exactly the same, but similar.
They're trying to. No, they're definitely trying to.
Yeah,
It's cut short.
Keep
Yeah.
in mind, they're
But
fat
they-
white people.
They're trying to do the whole thing. No,
know.
they do the whole thing.
He's an in-shape black guy.
I think it might just be like that's like a traditional celebration.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of new ones now. Like it's the thing to do now.
Right.
But that's like a traditional football handshake celebration.
Right.
All right, we ready?
Emails?
Emails. First one is from the Unabomber McVeigh. BDN, Big Dick Nick. Well, BDN, we all know what that stands for. It's the title. What's up, you sick fucks? It's been about a year since I've emailed, but as always, I've been listening to every episode of Joe's Bipolar Rants. I'll be at the game on December 16th, so let me know if you want to hook up and eat some drugs, Joe. Yeah, my wife canceled with all the fires out there. She couldn't lock anything in, so we had to wait a few months. Hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Pour way too much gravy on everything, and I can't wait to hear the bye week is for Cunts episode. Long live Lynch, Shanny, Earthworm Jim, and yes, Big Dick Nick, double A.
Oh, yeah. Do we want to address that?
What?
The technical difficulty last week?
No, but if it was my wife, you
Because-
probably would have castrated her, but, Because it's your fucking colluder, It's all
Well,
good.
we got a few emails, but after we recorded the episode, but before the episode was actually uploaded. So that's what one of these was. This was after we recorded, but before the episode uploaded.
It wouldn't have had any difference on when we read it.
Well, he would have already heard the bi-week Olympics.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. This is from Jerry Joe Young, 49ers related. Guys, first time writing you, long time listener. I've appreciated your style of podcasting over the years, and even more so lately. It feels like literally every other podcast is trying to be all super crisp and well-reasoned, and not just off the cuff, crude, and genuinely honest. I mean, it's football, it's sports, it's America. Let's please be a little more casual sometimes, right? That's why I appreciate you guys. Please don't change. You guys are seriously art in motion. Christ almighty. You make me feel better about being a shitty, imperfect football junkie and degenerate in my free time. All right, man. As for the Niners, love them since birth, yada yada. This season was a wash since Jimmy went down, and honestly, probably since the moment we didn't acquire any edge rush over the offseason. I'm decently sure that we never meant to compete this year, having our sights set on 2019 as the first true year of competition since the moment of the rebuild began. The fact that Jimmy landed in our laps apparently wasn't enough to convince Shannon Lynch to accelerate the rebuild. I think most educated fans see this year as, in essence, a long-ass training camp for development, current roster, and enhancer of draft stock, more than a true setback or failure. Next year, we can assume they'll prioritize an edge rusher and continue to clear out the bulky roster space for some younger secondary and receiving pieces to establish themselves, be able to move Solomon inside and find more offensive linemen for depth post-Staley. Keep up the good work and hope your sniffles get better, guys. At Eric Money 49ers on Twitter. Cheers. All right. Barrett Mueller. Reuben Foster is human scum. I really thought we hit the jackpot when we traded back into the first round for this kid. Turns out he's a wife-beating scum who couldn't keep his hands to himself.
Who couldn't keep.
That's right.
Steve.
In last year, he had 3 arrests in 3 states. I'm glad we went and got Fred. This guy's a self-destructive pussy.
He might be up to 4 arrests in 4 states. We're not sure yet. Allegedly.
Matt Matterson.
Is there a dog in here? Somebody let a dog in here?
Matt Matterson,
What the fuck was that?
number 1. Audio and the game. Number 1. In my recent email, I sent 2 audio clips. In my previous recording, and there is a difference. Here's my reason. I said listen to them with headphones. In version 1, some of the talking goes to the left or right side of the headphones or stays in the center. In version 2, it doesn't. You see that, Rob?
All right.
There was clearly a logical explanation.
That would explain why the first one was quieter.
That makes a whole lot more sense. I apologize, Matterson.
Got us.
2. When you guys were listening to the audio, I did a lot of echo, and I changed the speed of you guys joke around with my just for fun comments. Hence the reason the audio is called okay, just for fun. Let it rip, kid.
Offense mostly. Here's my reason why. Not just because of the sacks, but Nick Nolan's personally needs to connect with other players. He's good with Bruda, Kittle, and Dante Pettis, but he needs to connect with a few more. He has some weapons there he's not fully utilizing, and that's the main difference between Winston and Mullins. That's my opinion.
I thought it was a 7.
And then, well, the whole offense needs to convert on third downs, and I think Beathard, Shanahan could give Mullins some pointers on that. There are some games in this season where Niners did better with the third down conversions, and that's with Beathard. There's some proof there. That and then defense still needs some improvement in the secondary. It was just terrible. So I'm going to give Dante Pettis offensive beast of the week.
Yeah, Matt.
Defensive beast of the week goes to Buckner. There's times he put some pressure in there. Eric Armstead is a shout out too. But yeah, the defense needs some improvement in the secondary. That said, first game against the Seahawks, I say, well, the key to victory is the defense preventing Wilson from keeping plays alive. Basically, Seahawks 21, Niners 24. That's it. I am out, really.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Matt. Here's Matt Madison, number 2. Foster and the team. I was bummed hearing Foster getting arrested in Florida, but coming from the media that Foster and the girl are trouble. Not just the incident Saturday night in the hotel. There was domestic disturbance from both Ruben and the girl last month. I had high hopes that Ruben would learn from the past, too. The team did the best they can. Hopefully they find another talented linebacker in the future. Yes, Matt, hopefully. All right. Just Joe Bro says she zigged when she should have zagged, or maybe not. Roddy Poo.
Shoot! Oh man! Ruben Foster! Let's give a shout out to all the 49er people that bought his jersey. Oh man, Steve, you gotta be heartbroken. Oh damn, Joe, you gotta be happy. Now we know where Ruben Foster got his drama queen on the field antics. Faking an injury, always getting hurt. He got it from his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, or accuser, or victim, or stalker. Who knows, man? Who knows? What a big old dummy. If he beat her, then he deserves to be on the lead. I heard one of these commentaries say, if he didn't beat her, even if he did, he is freaking stupid for going back with someone that said, got the cops called, said that he beat him up, or he beat her up, and then he goes back with her, and the cops got called again in October. Oh man. Oh, that freaking sucks. Steve had high hopes. I'm sorry, Steve, but I know Joe has to be ecstatic about this. Oh, man. Honestly, when I heard the news, my first thought was, damn, Steve's going to be mad. Like, that's exactly what I thought, man. Hey, and then did you read that the DA said that since she's a victim again in a domestic violence case with him, that they get to recant or they get to throw out her statement that she already used in the first one, so they reopen the case. Crazy. But then I heard that she went to jail with a previous boyfriend. Okay, she went to jail with a previous boyfriend for saying that he domestic violence her butt too. See, Ruben Foster is straight stupid. Anyways, on to Seattle. We're gonna win in Seattle. We're gonna win in Seattle. We are going to win in Seattle. We're gonna win. Foster, everyone bought his jersey. I knew not to buy the Rudy Poo. Later.
That is a funny fucking point.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what was the point?
That everybody bought his
fucking
jersey.
Oh, yeah, that is fucking great.
There's no excuse for ever wearing that one now.
No, we got to burn that one.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, Timothy Harris has sent us another clip of ourselves, which we'll play, and we're just going to leave you on that because I got nothing more to say. So
Did anybody listen to this?
Yeah, we did before when you were taking pee-pees.
Oh.
So peace out, you
This
cunts.
is from last week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, fuckers. We're leaving
Last
you with
week.
ourselves via
1 week
Ethan
ago.
Thomas, or Easton Harris, or Timothy Harris.
1 week ago, Time Warp.
Yeah. Woo!
Get ready, Steve.
Let me do it.
1 week, Steve.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Than he was this year before I would Ruben Foster. Only because I don't know that Ruben Foster is going to stay on the field long enough to play a season anymore.
Yes,
at this
definitely
point,
on him.
You know, so I don't know.
You know,
I struggle with it.
Next year,
I'm glad he's been out of the news. I'm glad for that. I should probably knock on wood.
Next year's going to be a big year for him because he's coming off of a very rocky offseason. He's got to keep his nose clean. He's got to do the full walk. Bruh.